How do you go from training 3 or 4 horses in a portacabin to this incredible facility in Newmarket, classic winners, Royal Ascot winners, Bo Echo, the star of the show? Let's go meet the man and find out.
You probably don't need a huge amount of training.
I knew he was going to say that. It's a charmer. But others,
but some people might need a bit more training. Often people say, how did Tony McCoy do it for so long? How did Sir Alex Ferguson? Completely see how they did, because you're looking for that high again and again and again. Like,
you don't have a normal life, do you?
I think working with someone like Hugo and Waterhouse before that, you know, the drive to train good horses was probably instilled into me there, and I wouldn't want it any other way. You know, we're lucky that we have a full yard of horses, but make sure that the boxes are filled with horses that can hopefully win races.
And then I don't know who it is up top. She told you completely different things she told me, so she's obviously doesn't give me any respect.
I hope she's telling me the right thing and just keeping you happy.
What in all seriousness, what are you looking for here? Why is this important?
This is probably our quietest day of the week, Thursday, and it's just making sure that they're all, you know, the majority of them are nice and relaxed, and some of them are a bit fresher, but they're not sweating, they're not, you know, I just want to know that they're not coughing, they're not lame. We'll see them all when they get back in the yard, and it's quiet over here. They should be nice and relaxed. You do have horses cantering past, but they're all in a pretty good spot, I think, at the moment. And here you go.
Busy. So to give this context, all of these horses have just done a piece of exercise on the gallop going that way, and now they're walking back past George as he talks to the riders.
Probably wants to work tomorrow nearly, even just going canter up there.
And he's looking essentially to see that they're fine after their exercise.
Good.
And the riders will tell them whatever
he is working
George needs to know.
Yeah, for sure.
Just to go back to what we were speaking about before, when I ask what's in your training arsenal, obviously facilities is a big thing, but to use your example of training me, if I had to do 3 runs a week or 5 gym sessions a week, that might be a bit much, but what does a horse do to train? What is, you're the trainer, you're the coach, what do you get the horse doing to get them fit?
I think each is very different, you know, like say Libertango, who runs in the Duchess of Cambridge tomorrow, like she takes very little work.
Yeah.
She's done 1 competitive piece of faster work since Royal Ascot.
And what would work be?
She went to the July course and she galloped. She galloped with a pretty good older horse. So it was a strong piece of work, but we're training a horse to sprint. We don't need to do a huge amount with them. But for example, I don't train many horses that want further than 1.5 miles, but they would typically do more. On a day-to-day basis, they need to do a second canter, whereas she's never done a second canter for me.
So
it's kind of like, you probably don't need a huge amount of training.
I knew he was going to say that. It's a charmer.
But
others.
But some people might need a bit more training. Like, you know, some people are better on a rowing machine. Some people are better on a running machine. Each horse is very different, but you know, our 2-year-olds would probably do less now than they used to do. More in a sense, I like them to keep improving and improving and improving. And when we first started, I wanted them to be ready to start and prove that we could train 2-year-olds. So it's always evolving, I think, is the main thing.
And when you're trying to decide what or which horse needs what type of exercise, how do you do that as a trainer? How do you decide that Libertango is a horse that only needs 1 piece of work a week?
I think that's just knowing them and seeing them every day. It's quite hard to really explain, but a lot of horses could get overtrained, a lot of horses could get undertrained, and you know, we've had a couple of 2-year-olds this year who've bombed out on debut, and Billy, who obviously rides all our horses, has been like, oh geez, he was fat, he was too fresh, or he was too colty, and it's just those intricate details. And it's the first time that I've really valued having a stable rider who rides the majority of the horses, because they're honest. You know, a lot of people tell you what you want to hear, and I'd rather just hear the bones of it and what we need to do. So we're always trying to change little things.
You don't have a normal life, do you? What are you, 33?
34.
34.
Yeah.
It's not a normal life for a 34-year-old.
My 5-year plan probably wasn't to be where we are, but I think working for someone like Hugo and Waterhouse before that, you know, the drive to train a lot of horses and train good horses was probably instilled into me there, and I wouldn't want it any other way. You know, we're lucky that we have a full yard of horses, but we'd work the sales very hard and make sure that the boxes are filled with horses that can hopefully win races.
Do you ever feel like you're making sacrifices, or are you just...
Yeah, massively. I think, when I first started, I actually was at a wedding at the weekend with some friends from school, someone who I hadn't seen for 15 years, maybe. And like, you do lose touch with people, and it's that for me is the biggest thing. But it's a big thing with social media as well. There was a guy at the wedding who was like, I feel like I still know you because I follow your social media, and yeah, there are huge sacrifices, but I wouldn't have it any other way, and knew that those sacrifices needed to be made to get to hopefully where we're going. To have a horse of this ability so early in our career, we've been lucky to have Via Sistina and Believing and Cachet, and they don't really quite cut it with what this horse is. I don't think. We've thought a huge amount of him for a long time, and this is his key attribute. He just sleeps all day. Honoured to be able to have my name and my team's name next to a horse like him. He's an unbeaten 2-year-old, unbeaten Guineas winner, Royal Ascot winner.
He is the best 3-year-old in the world right now, really.
Yeah, look,
fair to say. Is he on ratings?
I think he is on ratings. The Eclipse winner obviously is, it's a massive stallion-making race, 10 furlong race, but he is going into Goodwood, and we look forward to battle again.
Bo Echo in yellow, 10 Bob Tony behind those. Start in the purple has grabbed the lead. Bo Echo in the yellow is coming to get him. Bo Echo has got up to win the champion mile, surely.
What's the feeling? And I mean, you're relatively young, but you're not a young trainer, and I think you shook the new young trainer a very long time ago with classic winners. But if I was to look at Aidan O'Brien, all the chat around Stard. And then it's kind of like you and Billy, this duo taking on the Coolmore powerhouse. How does that feel, or is that not a feeling for you at all? You're both trainers doing your thing, because there was so much made of it, and it was turned into such a huge clash.
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. I think whether it be boxing, football, racing, rugby, clashes are everything, aren't they? The Ashes or the England-Scotland rugby match, whatever it is, it's what it's all made for, and I love it. I think Ascot was a fantastic horse race. It was to be able to be in the same sentence as taking on the likes of Coolmore is, I won't say it's a privilege. We beat them, yeah, but it's a boyhood dream of mine to be able to have horses like this, and not that the rest don't matter, because they obviously do, but it's this extraordinary feeling of having a horse who is, is trying to. We took a few years to find that high of having Cachet win the Guineas. It was euphoric, and I often, people say, how did Tony McCoy do it for so long? How did Sir Alex Ferguson? I can completely see how they did, because you're looking for that high again and again and again. Like, I look at our 2-year-olds now. We're lucky to have a lot of 2-year-olds, and we ended up with nearly 30 breeze-up horses and some lovely horses. Libertango is obviously the star of them, but you just got to keep trying to find that next one, and to be competitive with those guys, they're the best in the business. Relive
Royal Ascot. Did you know you'd won? I watched it. I wasn't far from you in the paddock. I was watching the screen and watching you.
As the horse came out of the gates and the early scrimmaging, I thought he would have had to have been a real champion to win that day, but luckily he was. But he's a horse who needs riding with a bit of patience. Personally, I wanted him a rank further forward than he'd been. I didn't want to get trapped on the rail, and I might have caused a bit of the scrimmaging. Wanting to be a rank further forward. I think we'll see him ridden with more restraint the next day. I think Goodwood will suit him better. Billy and I walked the track lunchtime, 30 degrees in my top hat and tails, lathered in sweat, and we stood at the 4 furlong marker, and I did it for Cachet in the coronation a few years ago, and he's got more stamina than she had, but he's a miler, and I think committing him as soon as we did just paid our price late on. But he's so tough, and he doesn't know when he doesn't want to get beat. He's got an amazing will to win, and I think he's almost matured for that and come back a stronger, more of a man now.
Game on next.
Look forward to it. Diet is everything, and
I presume different colours are for different things?
Different yards, yeah.
Different yards, cool.
And they've all got the names on, so you know that.
All got the names on. It's, you know, everything is different. This is the feed board. It's, to a degree, it's similar, but the intricate details, it's kind of like when we were saying the training.
Yeah.
You would take less feed to get ready than someone else.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, we go through it once a week, and so it's...
So what does that, under, like, let's say Libertango AM, one scoop,
and then it's
the one race. And she's on a 1+, so she gets a bit more.
Yeah.
And then 2 in the evening.
Got you.
And then some of them who are doing a bit less will be on less.
So they're all named because they have different amounts of feed in?
Yeah.
God.
Because otherwise, if you could just
Want to be
just
fat
feed
or-
everyone the same,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't work.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How many calories are in this? Do you know?
Do you know what? I actually should know, but I don't. That's the next. You know, you've put me to the test.
Yeah. They'll all be on a calorie restriction or bulking up
Or bulking
in the
up,
winter.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get individuals at the tape.
We've got 80 talking here. This is the first time in a long
AD,
time.
what's this at the bottom? It says, "Dear AD, miss you."
Oh no, that's just wine dunking up, don't worry.
That's our old vets.
Oh,
who-
two of the old vets that come round the yard last year.
Yeah.
So Duncan comes in here, he has a
Okay.
little
What does your morning look like? What have you been up to this morning?
80s.
No,
Yeah.
First man in.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just we're pretty organised. I mean, the yard runs itself basically now. I mean, just all little things and just tweaking here and there.
Okay.
You know,
Little bits and bobs.
little bits and bobs.
But it's all about consistency, and it's,
Yeah.
you know, AD has worked for me since we started. We worked together at Hugo's for a number of years, and I don't think AD thought we'd have 140 horses when he took the job on. We had
When we started, I mean, our first morning was
we
bad, wasn't
had
it?
we had 3 horses, and AD used to ride them out. I used to muck them out, and the first horse ended up, that canter that we train on there, ended up nearly in the reservoir at the end. We were both leading it back.
Did you have a team
2
talk?
hands,
Say,
and
do
I
we-
thought he's just gonna just.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Anyone
George.
who's seen us on the heath,
Yeah.
we've never seen a horse before.
But no, it's and like I was just saying, it's constancy. It's having, you know, it's like when I was talking about Billy. You know, he knows all the horses. He rides out on a Monday morning. Sometimes comes in on a Sunday morning. AD knows we work well together. It's having that consistency, which I feel very lucky to have. Like, it's a lot of people change jockeys, change senior staff, change your assistant, you change your vet. We've had a constant for a long time now, and I think that is definitely a part of progression.
What time did you get in, Eddie? It's an early start, that. Is it a tough
What time
alarm?
does the alarm go off?
Mine,
4:15.
4:04.
Just before 4.
It's my fault for living out the sticks.
I'm more used to getting in at just before 4 than getting up at just before 4.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it's just switched over now. Same.
Many times I'll come home straight into work.
Catches up with us a bit. That.
Yeah.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.